Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and we sold a bit of stuff. It's just all the same stuff.
Mountain Man. Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. That means I go to estate sales and thrift stores and garage sales. I buy things that I think are priced low, and then I sell them again online. For the most part, I do that on eBay, though we did have one non-eBay sale that we're going to talk about today. That is what we're talking about today, is the stuff that I've sold out of my eBay store for the last 24 hours. And generally, we have a nice mix of some low-dollar stuff and some mid-range and maybe a high-dollar sprinkled in there. That's kind of how I like to see the day go. Yesterday, in the store, the last 24 hours, it's been a lot of low-dollar stuff and almost all video games. Let's take a look at those, and then we'll talk a little bit about that after this. It'll be a quick one today, guys. You can get in, get out, and get on with your day. We've got a couple of non-video game sales here. You might remember picking up this at the recent garage sale. We've only had a couple of them. And this one I picked up for $1/4. I listed it for $10 plus shipping, like $9.98. And somebody sent me an offer of $8 plus shipping, and I took that. Actually, this one going international as well. This is headed up to Canada. So $8 plus, I think it's $12 for eBay's standard international for something this light. So Harley Magnet headed on up to Canada. We got a magazine out of the storage unit, Scratch magazine, back from 2005. This one, pretty good little sale, $19.76 plus shipping. So happy with that for sure. Then we've got a non-eBay sale here, actually. Super Bowl 30 hat, Pittsburgh, Dallas. This I picked up at the same place where I got all of the vintage toys. And this one sold on Mercari. I accepted an offer of $12 plus shipping for that. And then we move into our games. We sold an awful lot of games here in the last 24 hours. And the first one actually sold to a viewer, to Garrett. And this is Monster Hunter on the Wii. Looks like a cool game. I actually debated keeping and playing this one for a little bit before listing it. But yeah, Monster Hunter Try for the Wii from Garrett. And he actually asked if I would, this one is complete. And he actually asked if I would sign the manual, and maybe that would bless his upcoming garage sale season and give him a little bit of luck. So, yeah, Garrett, I don't know what mystical properties my signature has, but we will put them on that manual before we ship this thing out to you. Thank you so much for that. I sure appreciate it. $9.98 free shipping on that one. PlayStation 2, Black Label, X-Men Legends, Rise of Apocalypse. This one, a pretty nice little sale. This one going out the door for $15.41 plus shipping. Then we've got for the original Xbox, this is NBA Street Volume 3. This one sold for $9.98, free shipping. How about this guy? Resistance 2 for the PS3. This one, again, $9.98. Free shipping. So low dollar sales, but they keep the activity churning in the store. I'm fine with it. Venetica, this one for the Xbox 360. This one also a nice sale, $35.37 Canadian. The Canadian dollar's actually come up a little bit. It had been sitting around 75 cents. It's actually worth about 80 US cents now. So it comes out to about $28 all in. So nice sale there. And then one more. Lego Batman. This is a greatest hit. See, before we talked about it, we've mentioned it before on the channel, but if you missed it, just to point it out again. So this one is Black Label. This is this game's first edition. Okay, when it's got the black bar across the top. This is the first time this game came out, as with the black. Okay, Lego Batman. This one is a greatest hits. And so they released this one originally with the black bar, and it was popular. And so this is a re-release of this game. And so it's got the red and its greatest hits. And so you'll see in the listings very often when it's the Black Label, people will point that out, Black Label, because it's the more desirable for people that are collecting video games. If you're just wanting to play it, not a big deal. You can go get a greatest hits and you can get it a little bit cheaper. So this is Lego Batman PS2 greatest hits. And this one sold for $9.49, free shipping. I think that an offer that I sent out on that one. So lots of, I guess in a sense, smalls, right? $9.49, $9.98, free shipping. So you make $4, $5, something like that. I mean, they're very small, and so they're lightweight. Most of them are, in the 8-ounce range. So pretty cheap. You get them for $3 and change to ship out. And so you do make some money on that. And those games, all part of a big bulk deal that I made. And so you list the high dollar and you list low dollar to make your money up off of those bulk deals. I don't mind selling low dollar stuff at the front end. Like I said, I would prefer if it mixed in with some mid-range and some higher dollar stuff. But some days that's how it goes. And I guess if I didn't have that stuff listed in the store, maybe I only make 3 sales yesterday, 2 sales, whatever it is, So I think having those lower dollar items is beneficial for a store. I think those are the things that keep your store running. People will come in and they'll spend $10, $15 to get something sort of spur of the moment. It's window shopping type of stuff, right? And I think that's a good thing to have in your store. I'm happy that I had that. It also made pulling them pretty easy today. Shipping them is going to be really easy today. So I'm happy with that. Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, do you list low dollar stuff? I know a lot of people say it's got to be at least $20 profit for me to waste my time on it. Okay, I get that, even though I don't agree. A couple of those games I actually listed, they sold day of listing. I listed them yesterday because I wanted to get up my listings. I wanted to be listing a lot and increase activity in the store, maybe trigger something there in eBay to bump up my store after some slow days. And so some of those sold day of listing. And with video games, the way I do it, it's very easy. You take a picture of the front, of the back, of the disc, and then of the manual. There's 4 pictures. You're selling similar and uploading 4 pictures. It's very, very fast. I uploaded about a dozen games yesterday while I was watching a TV show. It's super easy. And so I don't mind doing that. I listed other stuff first, and then it was like, okay, let's juice up the listing number. Let's put some video games in there. So I went and grabbed some video games from the pile because it's easy to add those on at the end of the day and increase the number of items that you list. So I did get one question, or it was kind of a comment, I guess, on the last video, and I've had them before talking about promoted listings. You'll see when I sell my stuff, a lot of times it says promoted listing. Now, if you're newer to eBay, you pay a percentage of the sale. So say I promote at 3%. If that sells off of the promoted listing, I will pay 3% of that sale to eBay, whatever it is, right? You don't pay it unless it sells. Okay, so you're not paying anything up front. Only if it sells, you pay whatever percentage that you put on it. Now, the higher percentage, at least as far as we know, and at least as they tell us, the higher chances it has of being among the first listed items that you see on the page, or sometimes the last, right before you move to the next screen, just because people are on that spot higher. It also can start to show up on Google searches. So if you promote your listings, you have a better shot of being seen. And I know a lot of people don't promote. They say, I'm not giving eBay any more of my money. I don't love it, right? I mean, I don't love giving away any more money, but it's eBay's sandbox, right? I mean, it's a bummer that in that sense, it's a little bit pay to play, but it's their sandbox. And those are the rules that they've set. And I'm paying my admission. What am I going to do? Go off and start my own website and not have those fees? Who's going to see it, right? So any of those people that complain about, well, I don't want to pay the fees, they're just greedy, they want more money.
It's called capitalism.
And we're using their platform. They are bringing our stuff to millions of people. We can't get that anywhere else. So we pay for that privilege, right? We pay them to do that. Now, if you don't want to promote your listings and just hold out and wait for somebody to find it naturally, and they will, and I don't promote my stuff. Usually I let it sit for 2-3 weeks. And then if it doesn't have a lot of interest, then I promote it. Okay. So I do, when I first put stuff on there, I just let it naturally kind of go and see if somebody finds it on their own. But then I'll promote it. And why? Because, I'm not in the business of holding on to my inventory any longer than I have to. If I buy a video game for $1 and I sell it for 10 plus shipping, that's a huge return on investment. You don't think I can afford to pay 7% on top of that? Whatever it is, 5%, even 10% of that. Okay, I just gave back another dollar. It's still fantastic return on investment, right? So my margins can handle it. Now, if you're doing retail arbitrage or something where your margins are a little more slim, you're paying way up to sell something that sells for high dollar, but you paid a lot for it and you're just hoping to get a lot of those, and hoping that quantity is what makes you your money, maybe then you don't want to pay that extra, right? But when I'm picking my stuff up for pennies on the dollar at garage sales and thrift stores, my margins can more than handle a few percentage points. And so that's how I look at it. That's how I deal with it. Again, leave in the comments your thoughts on promotions, if you use them, if you don't. I don't know. I'm curious. But that's what we got for you today, guys. Like I said, it's a short one. We didn't sell a ton, and most of it was pretty simple. But I'm a pretty simple guy.